Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making French macarons. Ingredients you'll need are caster sugar, egg whites, pure icing sugar and almond meal. All quantities are listed in the description box below. I've already blended my icing sugar and almond meal together until very fine. Using my stand mixer, I'm going to whip my egg whites and caster sugar together until stiff peaks. Placing both the egg whites and all the caster sugar in the mixing bowl, we are then going to turn the mixer onto a medium speed until the sugar has dissolved. Once the sugar has dissolved into the egg whites, we're then going to increase the speed on the mixer to a medium high. This is to whip air into the meringue and create the stiff peaks. This will take approximately 10 minutes to dissolve the sugar and create those peaks. Today my shells are going to be white as I've specifically made these to decorate a cake. However, if you wish to colour the shells, you just need to add a few drops of gel food colour into the meringue when it's almost at stiff peaks. Please don't use oil-based food colour or liquid, as this will alter the integrity of the macaron shells and result in cracking and brittle shells. Now the meringue is ready, we're going to do the rest of the recipe by hand using a spatula. This process is called macaronage. To start, I like to pour all of my almond meal and icing sugar mixture into the meringue and then fold it through quite roughly. Once all the dry mixture is incorporated with the meringue, we are going to continue to fold the batter until it reaches the right consistency ready for piping. To do this, I like to scrape my spatula around the bowl and then push the spatula through the middle of the mixture, mixing and knocking air out of the meringue slowly. You need to continue to fold and knock the air out until it is a nice shiny batter. When you can make a figure 8 with your mixture, or has a nice ribbon-like flow when it comes off the spatula, as you can see in the footage, it is now ready to pipe. Here I have a flat baking tray with baking paper and an A4 template for my macarons. I like to use a template so they will be consistent in shape and size. You can find a macaron template to print off by typing into Google macaron templates. Alternatively, you can draw circles on your baking paper with a pen using a cookie cutter. If you are marking out your own template on your baking paper, please make sure that the pen markings are flipped over so that you're not piping directly onto them, and make sure that you leave a good amount of space between the circles. Today I'm using a number 8 round tip to pipe my macaron batter. I sometimes just use the coupler depending on the size of the macarons that I'm piping. Once your piping bag is full of mixture, you can go ahead and start piping your macarons. To pipe macarons, you need to hold your piping bag directly over the top of the template, leaving roughly 1 cm gap between the tray and your piping tip. Holding the piping tip in the center of the template, applying even pressure and squeezing until the batter domes out evenly, ensuring that you use enough pressure to fill the entire circle. You then stop squeezing and flick off, ensuring you aren't leaving peaks on the top of your macarons. You then repeat the process until your tray is completely full. I have left the footage of this tray being piped in real time so that you can see exactly the technique that I use. Now the tray is full, you can remove the template if you used one. Now we're going to tap the tray on the bench a few times to bring any air bubbles to the surface. Using a cocktail stick, I'm going in to pop all those air bubbles. Need to work quickly here as the macaron will start to form a skin as it's exposed to the air. Once you are happy, we're going to let these dry for a minimum of 30 minutes to create that skin. You'll know when they are ready when you can touch the top of the macaron lightly and no batter sticks to your finger. While those are drying, you'll preheat your oven to 140 degrees, no fan force if possible. These will bake for 12 to 14 minutes. You can check if they are ready by trying to pull a macaron gently off a tray while in the oven to see if it comes away from the baking paper. While those bake, I have just made a quick white chocolate ganache for the filling today. Recipe for the ganache will be in the description box below. Once out of the oven and completely cool, I'm going to pair the macarons. To do this, you will remove all of the macarons carefully from the baking paper and try and match them up as best as you can. I tend to do this by holding the shells together and holding them on the sides where they touch to ensure that they are similar size and shape. Once happy with the pairs, it's time to fill them. I don't normally do this, but in the footage you'll see that I press slightly in the centre of the macarons. I did this because the ganache filling that I was using was a bit too soft and I wanted to ensure that it held up in the macaron and that I didn't have a ganache mess going everywhere. As you can see, the ganache is very soft. Using a piping bag with a number 8 tip again, I piped the ganache into the centre of the macaron. Once the ganache firmed up slightly, I was able to sandwich the macarons together, pressing down slightly and making sure the ganache reached the edge of the macaron shells. And there you go, my French macaron recipe. I hope you try out the recipe, and if you do, be sure to tag me on Instagram with all your creations. If you liked this video and want to see more tutorials all things baking and cake decorating, please like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any videos I upload every Wednesday. See you next time!